All right. Yes. There's construction happening outside, just letting you know. So, like, I'm sorry if you can hear construction. It's also snowing. Very upset that it's snowing because it was not snowing for a very long time and now it's snowing again. But hello. Welcome in, everyone. Welcome to the stream. We're in Photoshop today, but yes. Welcome to the stream. Today, what we're going to be doing is it's going to be a really, really chill stream. Or mostly, it's gonna be another one of those where I just kind of talk. But we're gonna be turning things into characters, so you get to just kind of request pretty well whatever you want within reason. Objects or like foods or anything like that. You can request it. I'll probably turn it into a character. I'll design it. I'm gonna spend the most time on the first one. That's with so I'm probably gonna color in the first one. That's gummy bears. That's what won the poll. What an expression there, my lord. Yeah, it's me with my nondescript chips. But yeah, so you get to just kind of request some objects. Tell me what you want to be turned into a character. Give me an object, give me a thing, give me whatever that you want to turn into a character. It could be place. A noun. Give me a noun that is not like an established character already, and I can turn it into a character. We'll be doing that. But yeah, that's what we're going to be doing today. Again, I'm going to be starting with the gummy bear because that is what won the poll, and then we can work from there. So just feel free to just toss in your requests or whatever, and then we can get to them. Who do I see? I see Oz, I see Skylar, I see Riley, I see Cool. Oh, heavens. I'm so sorry. I don't know how to pronounce that. Call me Cool. And then Freddie. Welcome in, y'all. Welcome to the stream. And hello, Daria. Nondescript chips, just in case. Frito-Lay's, especially litigious with the copyright, super true. And hello, Marlene. Welcome in. But yeah. Okay, epic. So, before we get going, though, y'all know the drill, because if you didn't know, our growing community is filled with tons of art nerds, and we art nerds have to stick together. So if you're an art nerd too, be sure to check out the links to our social media in the description below. And check out our website for our class offerings, where you can get critique, guidance, and encouragement from our instructors, because we're not just a YouTube channel, we are an art school too. So if you'd like to support us so we can keep making free content, consider supporting us on Patreon for as little as $2 per month, where you can get access to tons of perks like my working files, critique sessions, and a huge discount on our classes that have a limited amount of spots. So be sure to check those out before they are gone. March break camp is also coming up. If you'd like to sign up for that, it's going to be like a week long. I'm not going to be the one teaching it. I'm not going to be teaching March break camp this year because I don't have a March break anymore. But if you'd like to check out the classes that we have for that, feel free to do so. Okay, let's get rid of this real quick. Oops. Oops. Hello, RK. Welcome in. Bruh. All right. I have an idea for the gummy worm character. I should pull up a reference because I'm going to be working with like the sour gummy bear, gummy worms. Sour gummy worms, because they have a texture that I really like. I wanted to turn it into hair. I wanted to like work with it as if it's hair, and then work with like puffy jackets and those stripes and whatever. I was gonna suggest chips, not the bag, the chips, and then I remembered Toy Story did that with Mr. Potato Head. I mean, I could still do chips if you want me to do chips. I hope you saved that starting stream, Chibi. It may come in handy. I'm sure I didn't. That's a good idea, though. I'm gonna do that. I'm just gonna, like... I'll just have that in my clipboard now. I'll leave that open. Oh, shoot. We're good. I don't know when I'll use it, but thank you for reminding me to do that, Oz. Can you suggest just? Yeah. Suggest anything that you want, as long within reason. Obviously, keep it PG. But yeah, just suggest objects, places, things. I don't care. I'll turn it into a creature. So yeah, I can definitely do chips, Marlene. I can figure something out. I don't know if you've watched Voltron, but I'm imagining the gummy worms look like Bebo's. Bebo? Yeah, no. I was an intense Voltron stan back when it first came out. I watched the first season maybe like 4 times. I was an intense Voltron stan, like intense. When that final season came out, I dropped it instantly. Like the fandom was toxic enough, and then the final season was really disappointing, and I gave up on it. Dragon fruit. Ooh, that's a fun one. Vinny the tank engine. Oz, I can't complete your... I know we talked about this yesterday. I can't complete your dream. of Thomas the Tank Engine Jijinkas. Okay, I know. Hang on. So that was chips. And then there was... dragon fruit. Leaning Tower of Pisa. I can do that. And then you stop at season 1. No, I watched all of them. Might sound weird, but I just got some fish. Can you do one of those neon fake plants? Yes, I can. You can request a train, Oz, if you want to. Hi, Drew. Welcome in. Skylar, if you could choose one of those for me, that'd be great. Yeah. Neon fish tank plant. The Buddha hand fruit. Yep, I can do that. I know which one that is. That's gonna be cool. A monitor. Okay, I'm gonna stop it there. I'm waiting for Skylar to give me one of those objects. A lava lamp? Okay. Because I can only do so many. So I'm gonna stop the request there. That's a good list. So I will do that then. I'll try to move really fast for this one. The Wing Canvas logo already has a little Jijinka. Because I know that these are gonna take me probably a while, so... Yeah, I hope y'all are doing well. Yeah, so the list has kind of been decided. All of these characters are friend group somehow, bro. I can't come up. Maybe y'all can come up with the dynamics. Okay, so this is the list that we have. We have chips. We've got dragon fruit, the Leaning Tower of Pisa, neon fish tank plants, Buddha hand fruit, monitor, and a lava lamp. So I'm gonna be working with these. So I was jumping, wasn't saying do all of them, just here are some objects. Pick one you like. Well, okay, well that's fine. I got the lava lamp. So come on. Don't do this to me now. What's wrong with you? I reloaded you this morning. Please. Okay. She's overclocking right now. How y'all doing? I'm doing alright, Tommy. Hope y'all doing good. Gotta find an idea for turning gummy worms into a character, so I'm working on that now. Yeah. Did you not finish the one that you started yesterday? They're a high school clique. Oh no. I was actually thinking of the gummy worm as like as a little kid rather than like a high schooler or something. These feel like Gumball characters, like Secret World of Gumball characters. Oh my god. Hang on. I'm gonna like... Hang on. Give me a second because... Let me just turn this off real quick because I need to reload Photoshop. I don't know what's wrong with it right now, but it's being really annoying. So don't worry. I just turned off the view. I don't have a wait for a second screen. So let me just, I'm reloading Photoshop, that's all. We're here. I was waiting until stream started because then I have a limit. True. This is a way out of topic. How do you draw show visual fat cheeks? Cheekbones are shown by lines, right? What about fat cheeks? You draw circles. Circular face shapes. It's the same kind of deal. So it's just, you're literally using, for any... When you're thinking about just... Okay, we can turn that back on now. When you're thinking of any kind of just illustration that, like... Hang on. Let me just reopen that list. Cool. When you're thinking of any illustration where you're like, I don't know how to draw X thing, because normally you do it this way, so how do I do it the other way? Look at what shapes make it up, and you're probably going to be good from there. So, like, with... softer cheekbones, you're probably going to be working with more rounded circular type deals. The thing with cheekbones, with cheeks and like the whole face, is that like all of our skulls are the same underneath, right? The bones are the exact same underneath. So if you learn one, like, they're not exactly the same, but they're kind of in the general same ballpark. So if you can draw one, then you can draw a bunch of them, really. I'm gonna be working real chibi for this one, too. Like, this whole set of characters, because, like, it's just gonna be a little bit easier that way. I don't like the nose. I'm gonna be working in, like, a pretty different style than what you're used to me working in. This is my, like, really quick style. I should crop this more. Shouldn't be so down low. Let's make it, like... Yeah. It's very Cartoon Network-y, is what I'm working in right now. For this character in particular. I'm trying to work with the shape language of it. Put in Wii music. Oh, shoot! That's what I forgot to do. I forgot to make a playlist for music in the background. My bad. I'll do that. You know what? I'll do that after stream today. I mean, I have people coming over, but it's okay. I don't think she'll mind. Yeah, we'll get copyrighted, though. We can't do that. How do you draw grass? Grass is something that's like... Boom. You just kind of gotta angle the different blades in different directions. Never have them just straight up and down. You kind of got your little V's back and forth. Like that. If it's from far away, like if you're painting it, like don't draw those whole blades. What I actually recommend is like if you take... Let's just do this fun jazz for a second. So if you have that, have a few layers of different colors, obviously like blend it in a little bit more and whatever. But if you have like a few layers of color, like slightly different shaded greens, what you can do is you can just like kind of imply different blades of grass. Like that, rather than like draw them every 3 seconds, you know? It's just like every once in a while toss in like a few blades here and there, and that implies grass pretty well. Like that's really quick, and I would have done it differently, but it implies grass pretty quick. Yeah. Can you please tell me how to pronounce your name? Call me cool. You're one of our new co-ops. Say hello to the new co-ops, guys. But yeah, Oz and Cool have it correct. Draw less grass than you think you should, because it's usually a very much a less is more type deal with grass. Recording programs used for like the Medibank tutorial, is it free? Yes, I use OBS. The whole studio uses OBS. OBS is completely free. Totally recommend it. It's really easy to learn. So there are tons of tutorials. You can find it like anywhere. OBS is really, really nice. I use OBS to record on the side as well. It's free, it's open source, it's really, really nice. Definitely recommend. Pronounce Quill. Oh! Okay. Thank you. Just so I know. I remember reading that somewhere, and I was like, I could not remember for the life of me how to pronounce it. Thank you. I will try to keep that in mind. Thank you all, of course. But yeah, hope y'all are doing well. Tell me how your day's been. Tell me how your week's been, dude. Tell me how your weeks have been, dudes. We'll be here for a while. Yeah, I'm kind of working with a very rounded motif for this character, because I want to keep it simple, but still hold the integrity. Oh, whoops. I guess that's right, because I went with that. There we go. I'm good, think that's good. Week's been chill. Next week I have spring break. True. I don't... Technically next week was supposed to be my reading week. I have a partial reading week. So, like, some of my profs are giving me time off and others aren't. So, like, I get, like, kind of half and half off. So some days I don't have classes and other days I do. Snowing for some reason. Right? Right, Daria? Like, why is it snowing? Ooh, revolving door of relatives coming from abroad. One left and another one's coming this Sunday. Nice. Nice. It's always nice to see family again, usually. If you're not happy about relatives coming over, then I'm sorry, but if you are, then epic. 3 exams and a commission due next week, so today's my last day of freedom before I hit the grind zone. Yikes. Valid. Yeah, no, I don't have exams. I do have assignments, though. None of mine are too bad right now. I actually get 2 weeks to do this one set. Okay, so I have a class where he just kind of gives us prompts, and we get to do whatever we want for it. We're just supposed to really mess around with our art style and mess around with materials. So he was like, last critique that I had from him was yesterday, and he was like, hey, he looked at some of my past pieces, and he's like, you're clearly, like, really skilled in drawing, but you need to push it. He was saying, like, you need to get weird. He was like, I love these pieces of yours that are, like, really weird, so, like, he's basically telling me to go full tilt. Like, you know how I'm, like, on stream, I'm like, I can't go full tilt just because of the nature of this channel. He's telling me to go full tilt for my pieces, so I am very excited to do this next patch, which is, I need to draw 2 utopias, 2 dystopias, and 1 kind of mixture between the 2. He gives us nothing more than that, so it's like he gives us, like, a word or, like, a sentence or whatever, and we have to do 5 pieces per week, usually. But this time we get 2 weeks to do it, so we get 2 weeks to do all 5 of these pieces. And I'm very, very excited for it. I am happy. That's good. Glad that you're happy about it. Full tilt. Full tilt. F-U-L-L-T-I-L-T. Full tilt. I don't know what the origins of it mean, but it means, like, just go all the way. Like, don't hold back. No holds barred. He's, like, telling me, like, dude, don't hold back. Like, you have, like, cool ideas. Just, like, go fully crazy with it. And I'm like, okay. He's telling me to continue working with oils. I've been having fun working with oils. It's just I haven't been able to for my past assignments because oil paints take forever to dry. So I haven't touched oil paints in a hot minute. Let me just minimize that. Okay, yeah. Assignment, enter monkey mode, basically. Gosh. Reading 2 novels for my English class, one of which is a dystopia as well. Nice. The thing is that we're not allowed to do, like, a traditional dystopia or a traditional utopia. We have to come up with something original because our grades are going to suffer if we use, like, the traditional idea of what a dystopia is. He knows that I like my really dark, kind of macabre illustration, which is the stuff that I can't share on this channel. Like my very kind of like deeply kind of spooky stuff. And he's like, your stuff is so like dark. It's really cool. And he was like, you should push that more. I'm like, well, okay, I'll do what you say, prof. I'll do it. It's like, I'm okay with experimenting more. It's like, I am totally cool with that. I think it's a lot of fun. So what I'm mostly doing is I'm trying to push the texture. Like, it's hair, but with the gummy worms that I've chosen like for those who are kind of popping in, I've chosen the sour gummy worms, so those kind of look a little bit fuzzier. They're not really as translucent, so I'm kind of working with that into the design. I'm also not going to be using Paint Bucket for this, clearly, because I'm leaving a lot of open spots for the stylization of the line work. Hot take, I miss school schedule. At least my life was organized. I had routine, even though I hated my school. I want out of school very badly. I'm not gonna lie. I want to be thrown into the workforce even further. Like, I'm just like, I want to get out of school. Like, as much as, like, school's funky right now. Like, I don't mind it. But as it stands, the more that I kind of go back to school, the more I'm like, dude, I just want to work. Like, I want to, I want to work on projects. I want to be hired by people and whatever. Because I just see stuff, like, within the workforce that looks like so much fun. And I'm like, dude, I'm so bored. You know what I mean? I'd rather my schedule be, like, deadlines for a project rather than it be deadlines for an assignment, you know? Do you have social media where you share your art? Yes, you can find me on... Well, I haven't posted on Instagram in a while. But you can find me on Twitter as well. It's at television. Keep in mind, though, that it's me on there, right? The way that I act on Wing Canvas is very different than the way that I act normally. So, obviously, like, if you find my account... You know, it's like, I don't really care about sharing my social media. Some of the past other instructors that have been here have been very cautious about sharing their social media. I generally don't care because I'm very open with my social media regardless. But just know that, like, how I act on my own social media is very different from how it is here. So, understand that at the very least. And hey, if you follow that one, then you'll finally know the name of the show that I've been obsessed with that I cannot name. Because it's like nothing but fan art for it on my Twitter. I'd kill to see you full tilt pieces. Yep, you can find them on my Twitter. It's like some of my more serious work is on my Twitter. Well, not serious work, but a lot of my more natural work is on Twitter. The stuff that I do more often than not. Yeah, gummy dreadlocks. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm vibing with right now. I don't know why when I'm drawing a skeleton hand, it gets bad. Sometimes it's long or it's out of space. Do you have any tips? What do you mean out of space? What do you mean by long? The thing with drawing skeleton hands is that if you don't get the anatomy of the skeleton right, then it's gonna look wrong. Like, obviously you can simplify it, but if you're going for something a little bit more realistic, then you have to really analyze the bones or else it's gonna look off regardless of what you do. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna try my best to get to all of the requests. I probably won't be able to. I wrote them all down. But if I don't get to all of them, I'm sorry. Because there's a lot. And I only have 2 hours. But I will try to do as many as I can. But yeah, my social media, Lovely Daria has typed it in there. That is what my social media is. If you're on the Discord, actually, if you click on my profile, there will be a link tree there that has all of my social media stuff on it too. Love the cartoon feel. Thank you. Yeah, this is my super quick style. I was planning on doing it a little bit differently, but I don't have the time for it. The fingers, yeah. Oh, the fingers. Okay, so when you're doing a hand, keep in mind that, like, your middle finger is the longest one. The index and the ring are approximately the same height, or the ring finger is a little bit taller. Your pinky is the shortest one. Your thumb comes up halfway on, like, the first joint of the finger. So, like, around here is where your thumb stops generally. So those are the lengths of them. Usually you want to split up, like, if you draw the palm of the hand first, you want to split up the entire hand, like the palm of the hand before you actually get to the fingers, just so that you don't have the issue of there not being enough room left for any of the other fingers. Because you should have room for 4. Just gave you a follow. Thank you. Television, but spelled unintuitively. Okay, listen, Oz. I would have just gone for television if that name was available. So now it's spelled the gamer way. As if it's a gamer tag. Okay. What a gamer. What a gamer. So true. Yeah, so I'm just kind of doing the lines here. Ooh, this has turned out larger than I thought it would be. I'm also having way too much fun with the lines, so I'm slowing down a lot, which I shouldn't be. I need to move a little bit faster. But I will do my best right now. It's a really simple design. I was kind of hoping I could go a little bit more intense with it, but it's fine. Maybe I'll do a stream where I just, like, design one character and just takes up the whole stream. If y'all would like to see that, that would be a lot of fun. Like, with no lesson, no nothing. It's just me designing one big character. Object key drawing. This is the gummy worms. This is the first one. The one that won the poll. Have you tried Poppy Playtime? The hype was real for it. My nephew is obsessed. Poppy Playtime, it was a cool concept. I'm really sad that the thing is that the company went to, like, they decided that the only way for you to be able to get lore was through NFTs. And I was like, man, why would you... It's like... So one guy, I think, bought the NFTs and just leaked it to everyone, if I remember correctly. Which, like, good on that guy. But, like... Yeah, like, it was a cool concept. I think it was, like, a nice, fun take on the haunted place kind of deal. That chase scene was really promising. But yeah, no, the company kind of killed themselves, like, killed their reputation a little bit. Oz, no. I'm not even gonna try to pronounce that. That's not happening. Yeah, this is the gummy worm character. So a lot of the motif right now is gonna be put into the hair, but there's gonna be, like, a lot of the colors are gonna go into the outfit as well. So I'm keeping everything very jelly-like in terms of, like, shape language. Because gummy worms are made of gelatin. You can make these characters as stickers. I totally could. I think the only stickers... I've made stickers for Wayne Canvas once. And then I've made stickers for myself. I don't think I've ever made them, like, as merch or anything. I've been asked to create merch before. I work as a merch designer right now as well. Or I am designing merch for the show that shall not be named. But... yeah, maybe one day I'll actually make stickers. Who knows? And actually, like, sell them. Mostly, I just make stickers for myself, though. Like, same with charms. I love God of War, so, like, and no, like, the thing with God of War is that it's not a very, like, there's a lot of God of War fans, but there's no God of War fandom, so you don't get a lot of the more fandom-y merch or anything, and I really, really, really wanted, like, an Atreus charm, and, like, nobody's was making it, so I'm like, you know what, if nobody's making it, then I'm gonna make it myself, and I did. So I have a little Atreus charm that hangs off of my phone that I drew. So that's my own little piece of fan art to myself. For myself. He's got big chunky shoes. Well, I thought gummy worms are made of rage and envy. True. I eat them in rage, in a fit of rage and envy. Actually, just a fit of rage. I don't know what I'd be envious about if I was eating gummy worms. Clearly, people are going to be envious of me if I eat gummy worms. Because I have gummy worms, dude. Like, what? You've done commissions before, yeah? What's the most bizarre, hardest request you've got? Oh, that's a really good question. Bizarre, I don't know. Actually, I do know, but I'm not going to say. Just because, like, out of professionalism. The most difficult one I've gotten, I've had two pretty difficult ones. There's one where this guy wanted, like, almost like a monster commission, but it wasn't really a it wasn't really a monster. It was like this kind of like monster person hybrid, and I struggled with the design a lot. He loved it, but I was like it was tough. It was a lot of fun though. Another really hard commission that I got was actually a commission from my best friend. She wanted me to design her Eidolon for D&D, and it was a really really fun design to work on. It was super super fun. It was tough though, coming up with the concept. It went through about 4 iterations of the design. No, went through 5 iterations of the design, and then another 4 of colors, and that was like how long it took. It was like that's considered short in the normal pipeline. But like it was fun, but it was tough. Will I do it again? Absolutely. I would totally want a commission like that again, because it's so much fun to do the really tough ones. Because I love monster design. That's something that's like I love monster design. It's like I would totally do that. When my dad played God of War, he would just take his axe and throw it at the seagulls. One of my friends does that. That's what they all on the seagull abuse, dude. And because of that, I made a lot of finger mistakes. I made a character named Finger Stretcher. Jokes! We love to see it. The Eidolon turned out awesome, so it definitely worked. Thank you. He was a lot of fun to do. I hope one day I'll be like you. That's not a good goal. Don't wish to be like me. I'm joking. Thank you. It's a lot of hard work. It's a lot of practice. I am not where I want to be right now. Like, I still want to get better all the time. But thank you. Yeah, that was definitely one of the hardest commissions I've had. It was a lot of fun, though. Like, in terms of, like, skill level, hard to do. I've had ones that are harder to do in terms of, like, psychic damage that I took while doing them, but, like, in terms of, like, actual, like, skill needed, that was definitely the toughest one. Or one of the toughest ones. But yeah, because this is a really chill stream, feel free to just ask me questions. Doesn't really need to be related to what I'm drawing. It can just kind of be anything. Okay, yeah, maybe I will close these because I kind of just want to lock and draw. Love your drawing. Thank you. This one's actually a lot of fun. I'm having a lot of fun doing this one. Why did I give him pointy ears? Good question. Nobody asked that, by the way. It's just me going like, why did I give him pointy ears? I'm not sure. I've just been on a pointy ear craze as of late. The hardest commissions aside from the weird poses were the ones where I really didn't like the OC's design. Valid, yeah. I don't think I've ever gotten a commission where I didn't like the OC's design. Like I outright hated it. Like I've had a few where I was like, that design's like okay, like not my favorite, but I've never like hated an OC design that I've seen or that I've been given. Little tip for when you're doing teeth and eyes, don't make the white a perfect white. Make it like an off-white, like a yellowish. Keeps it a little bit more realistic. A little bit easier on the eyes, too. If it's a cartoon, sure, you can keep it perfect white, but, like, I tend to think it looks a little bit better if it's not perfect white anyway. So would it be okay to ask about hair dye related stuff? Because I was going to ask at the end of stream. No, go for it. I will definitely ask about hair dye. Like, give me questions about hair dye. For those who don't know, I've been dyeing my own hair since I was like 13. So it's gonna be... Oh my god. It's gonna be 9 years. I've been dyeing my own hair for about 9 years at this point. But yeah, feel free to ask about that. I've got lots of experience with just experimenting with what I use. It's very psyche. No, not psyche K. Oh no. What's that one anime? I haven't watched it, but I've only seen clips. The one voiced by Jaden Smith. You don't deserve my giant Toblerone. I don't remember what it's called. It was a Netflix animation. I'm just coloring in the base, though, right now. I don't remember what the anime is called. I had a friend, she was, like, really obsessed with it. Oh, didn't see what I said? Which one? The finger stretcher one? I did. I read it earlier. No multicolored hair. Yeah. It's gonna be multicolored. What I'm gonna do is I'm filling in the flat right now. Then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna magic wand it so that I won't color outside the lines. So right now, because there's a lot of open gaps here that I don't want to color in, what I'm gonna do, magic wand it. So now, whoops, my bad. So if I just do this, now it won't go anywhere. It's a little bit easier that way. So yes, it's gonna, don't worry, it's gonna be multicolored though. I'm not leaving it as just one color. Do not worry. I'm just making it a little bit easier on myself. Neo Yokio, that's the one. Thank you. My stream's buffering bad, but I heard just enough to know what you were talking about. Okay, sick. Oh, my bad. No, you good. But yeah, Skylar, feel free. Just ask me about hair. I don't care. I have another friend who's streaming right now. I would lurk, but I can't. It'll buffer everything. Oh, I should just pull up reference for the sour gummy worms. Let me just do that real quick. Instead of just doing them off the top of my head. Yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah, they are just two colors, right? That's what I thought. Okay. They're actually kind of a fade. Like that. Yeah, and the green kind of goes into a bit of a deeper orangey kind of deal. I'm going with the pastels because I'm kind of just vibing with that right now. So in previous stream I had a lot of fine hair. I have semi-permanent hair dye in my hair. Bleaching semi out can take an odd turn. Lol. Have you used a color remover called Color Fix? No. The thing with me... do you also know how to cut style your own hair? No, I'm very bad at it. The box says it's for permanent dyes, not semi. You turned Trippy into a car. Wait, never mind. That already happened. Hey, Jeff. I know exactly which Jeffrey Chan that is. Hello. Carby is real, dude. I'm so happy. For real. I have not, no. So I haven't used a color remover. I've actually never used color remover. The reason is because I have dyes. I use dyes that fade out naturally very, very nicely. So I have always, at first I used a lot of Manic Panic, and then I just kind of let it fade out. Manic Panic doesn't really fade very nicely. What I use now fades out beautifully. I use, sometimes I use Arctic Fox, and sometimes I use... Oh my gosh. You see ads for it all the time on Instagram. Overtone. So I use a lot of those too. And they fade out naturally really, really nicely. So I've never used like color remover. Are you working with unnatural colors or natural colors? Because I've only worked with unnatural colors within my hair dye. Okay. That seems good. Let's just do the half and half so then we can blend afterwards. Oh, sorry. I got this question from my sister's work. What's 1 or 2 movies that you wish never shouldn't have existed? My answers are not PG. I have answers, but I can't answer them. My bad. Because I have very definitive answers for that question that I will live by, but I cannot answer them because my answers are not PG, unfortunately. So I cannot answer that. But the thing is that I love really, really bad movies usually, but there are some movies that I think are just like should not have existed to begin with. I'm just like, why? Oh, here's a fine answer. Batman v Superman. That one, I hate that movie with every inch of my being. I think it's the only movie where 10 minutes in I pulled out my phone and did not stop looking at my phone because it was just so like terrible. I can't like that one's like okay, so there's some video movies like Neil Breen films or The Room. Like those movies are like so bad that it rolls back around to good. Like this was just bad. Like it wasn't even entertaining. It was just bad. I don't care what anybody says. That movie was terrible. And then I have a very like non-PG answer, but yeah. Do you use bleach before dyeing? Yes. The only not unnatural colors that can be added in without bleach is red. So if I use any others, currently I have pink and yellow in my hair. So yes, I need bleach before I dye my hair. I use Victor Fox 2, unnatural lulz, currently faded pink and orange, and I want to go blue, probably fine though. Oh yeah. If you used like pink, pink and orange fades beautifully. What you're gonna want to do though is that once it fades, because pink and orange will fade really, really quick, especially with Arctic. If you want to get that blue in, don't get color remover. What you're gonna want is a toner. I use Wella Color Charm. Make sure that your hair is like really, really light, and then use Wella's lightest ash blonde. And that'll give your hair a nice kind of like whitish base to start off with, and that blue will be super vibrant. It'll stay in there for ages. It'll be fantastic. I don't like these PG rules. It's fine. It's just mostly because like we can't, like we're not really an adult channel. So there's only so much that I can say really. Like, I can't swear, can't, like, you know. I can't say a few things, but it's how it goes. The Spawn live-action movie, and yes, Batman v Superman is so boring. This is so boring. I'm like, what am I watching, dude? I'm going bright for this character. He's very Splatoony right now. Oh, live action Avatar Last Airbender was pretty bad. That was terrible. It's been ages since I've watched that movie. You just shot me back. That was a core memory. Okay. This is taking a lot longer than I thought it would. Whoops. Okay, thanks. No worries. Yeah, you always have to bleach before dyeing. My hair is like a level 9, I believe, in terms of darkness. So you gotta lift it real hard. Girl, you got me hungry. I'm so sorry. That's your sign to get gummy worms, dude. Time to get gummy worms. You got another question for Elle? Yeah. If you anything, you could try purple or red without bleaching, but yeah. Red you can do without bleaching, but it takes a few layers for it to actually work. Purple is tough without bleaching. Purple doesn't land as nicely. Can you do it though? Yes. It's just, it doesn't land as nicely. Overtone has a few colors of like, purple for brown or blue for brown or whatever. And usually, apparently it works very, very nicely. But I haven't tried it myself, and my hair is already really bleached, so it does not matter to me. Like, I'll just keep it bleached. So this is an example of a polychromatic color scheme. When you're working with a polychromatic color scheme, you need to make sure that your colors are balanced, or else it'll feel very, very everywhere. I am trying to keep it as balanced as I possibly can. There's the neutral tone of the deep brown in there, which kind of helps balance it out. This shirt is just going to be white. Like, it's not even going to be, like, a multicolored. It's going to be white. The shorts are just going to be blue. Like, blue jeans, I believe. Let me keep it nice and neutral. So you'll have some areas that are, like, perfectly polychromatic, and then others that are, like, mostly just, you know, a neutral color. Which is generally how you should keep it. Just so, like, you're not completely blowing out the people's eyes. But yeah, polychromatic schemes are hard to work with if you've never worked with them before. Yeah, so the shirt, I'm just gonna keep, like, a white. The shorts, I'm probably gonna do, like, just a jean blue. I could have also done yellow. I think that a yellow would have been kind of nice as well, but I will just keep it at this. Just keep it a little bit neutral. Live action Avatar was so entertaining though. Just nothing about that movie works. It's so fun to watch in a VC with friends and rip into. Super true. There's a few movies that I have that are like that. It's great. Or they said Aang's name wrong. If you could travel to any time period in the past, what would it be and why? Atla live action is a cautionary tale, so true. What time period would I travel back to? The 80s, because I want to live that. I want to live that neon era. Not gonna lie, I kind of crave it daily. I say as I'm listening to synthwave right now. Like I'm a huge sucker for vaporwave and that whole kind of aesthetic from the 80s and that bled into the 90s just a little bit. Like I'm a huge sucker for vaporwave. So anything kind of remotely like neon or anything like that, I'm a huge fan of. So the 80s probably. I could have literally just oh, well, not here, but there we go. Gummy worm boy. That took so long. Oh, no. Okay, it's fine. Gummy. Okay, let's try to be quick with the next ones. I don't think I'll be able to color the next ones. Chips. Oh, it's true. Library of Alexandria. Burn it a bit faster for the meme. Oz, no! A question. Did you think about making an animation? Have I ever thought about making animations? Yes. Many times. Have I ever done it? Yes. Many times. Am I good at it? No. Not in the slightest. I am horrible at animation, which is funny because we're doing an animation stream in a couple weeks, so you get to see me struggle. But I guess you'll get to watch me. We'll watch me struggle together, I suppose. Sorry, my entire Photoshop just kind of died on me for a second. Okay, there we go. Chips. The question is, what kind of chips am I gonna work with? Like, I could work with Lay's. I think I'm gonna work with that. I'm gonna work with, like, Lay's chips. And, like, the first thing that I see, like, a chip is shaped like that, right? So I'm gonna work with that kind of motif, with, like, the almost, like the Pringles type deal. So I'm gonna vibe with that. Dawn of Time because dinosaurs. True. The 2000s would be cool to go back to. Yeah, the early 2000s. Let's go. Do you find animation fun? No. I'm not an animator. Like, animation's not for everybody. I don't find animation fun. I think it's tedious. I'm a very fast worker. So anything that takes me longer than I think it needs to take me ends up getting very boring very, very quickly. Because I'm not patient enough for animation. I've mentioned it before. My best friend's an animator. She has far more patience than I do. So no, I don't think I could ever do animation properly. I'm taking the whole kind of chip bag, like chips and chip bag aesthetic into account for this character. This is kind of like the top of the bag. Sorry, I had to focus for a second. I'm like, I needed to remember which fingers are on what side. Remember that, like, when you're drawing hands, to make sure that your thumb is always on the correct spot, it becomes very obvious to everyone when the thumb is not in the right place. Because that hand will immediately look off. I promise you. There is not a single person that will not notice it. So always test out the pose yourself. Ketchup? Like ketchup chips? I could work with a red motif, yeah. But I think I'm just going with, like, pure plain chips for this one. Because I want to do this one a little bit quicker. So I'm going with, like, a chip bag. He's kind of hidden in the chips. Yeah, what's the flavor? He's just plain chips. S-tier flavor. I don't think it's an S-tier flavor, but it's nice and easy. For right now. If I had more time to think on it, like I did with the gummy worm character, I would have done some. I'd probably do something a little bit different. But this is like a nice and simple one. What I'm doing is basically just working with the motif of the shapes that I'm being given, right? So like I'm thinking of, okay, what else is related to chips? Well, there's the chip bag and there's the chips themselves, right? So I'm thinking of that kind of deal. Ice cream. How did you get to ice cream from chips? Gummy worms and chips, the real second grade diet. Soup's true. Oh, if you could spend it, sorry, I didn't read that. If you could spend a day with any author, who would it be? Rick Riordan. Rick Riordan or Stephen King? I want to see what's up with. I want to see what's wrong with Stephen King, and I want to just have a coffee with Rick Riordan. I don't really drink coffee, but I'd sit down to have a coffee with Rick Riordan. Oops. Oh, this is the wrong brush. They look like a spy, yeah. I'm like, they're hidden. Oh, I was making an Adventure Time reference. Sorry. I've only watched, like, the first season of Adventure Time, and I thought it was good. I don't know why I stopped, but, like, I never got obsessed with it. Oz! I can't say that out loud. But, true. Rick, yeah, Uncle Rick Riordan. I love Rick Riordan. I love Percy Jackson series. It's just a really, really good series. I still need to finish The Trials of Apollo. I should read that on the train. I'm on the subway, like, every day. I really should. Like, how many books from the Percy Jackson universe you have? I have every single one of the original 5. I have every single one of the Heroes of Olympus. I have 4 out of 5 of the Trials of Apollo. I still haven't read the 4th one, and I have not purchased the 5th one. But I am planning on reading it eventually. Because I love the Trials of Apollo. And then I am very excited for the Nico and Will series that's coming out. Because that will be... I will obsessively read that. I know I will. Gosh, it's like... Nico is my favorite character. He's always been my favorite character. But like oh my gosh. I'm very excited for it. Like, it's... Choose Sir Arthur Conan Doyle. I don't know who that... Oh, did he write Sherlock? Jokes. Valid. First 2 seasons are weird, but it's a great show. I love weird. Like, I thought that it was really great that it was weird. I just never continued. Pause on House of Hades and still haven't gone back to it. Gosh, it's so good. I love Rick Riordan's writing style. Like, it's just kind of like that doesn't take a lot seriously kind of deal. It's really funny. Hey, Jesse, you have your current obsessions. My current one is the Wings of Fire graphic novel style. Wings of Fire, like those covers, because I've read the original 5. I don't know who the illustrator is for those covers. Those covers, illustration, when I was younger, was everything I wanted to be as an artist. The lines were so clean. The anatomy of the dragons was beautiful. The way that they were designed was just a lot of fun. Like, they were everything to me. That was my everything when I was a kid. And yes, I do have a very, very prominent current obsession. It is literally taken over my life, but I can't talk about it. So every single time that I bring it up, it is the show that shall not be named. My social media was brought up earlier. If you go on my social media, you will know exactly, like, if you look through my artwork, that you'll know what has been permeating my mind. But, like, you will know the name of the show. Like, it's not a secret, but I just can't talk about it here, because I was reminded that it is not a PG-friendly show. So I was like, man, alright. It's a D&D show, by the way. It's not like a TV show. It's a D&D show. It's a little more niche. Oh, Apollo Book 4. I haven't read it. Yeah, same. I still need to read it. Nico and Will. Oh, yeah, no. So Rick Riordan is going to be working with another author to accurately write Nico and Will, which I think is amazing of him. I think that's fantastic. But yeah, there's going to be the next installment of the Percy Jackson series will be focused on Nico and Will. And I am incredibly excited for it. He's in like a poncho. This is like a poncho. I got spoiled about something big in Trials of Apollo. My Pinterest was flooded with it. I couldn't escape. See, I only use Pinterest for art reference. As an artist, I love Pinterest. As an artist, I hate Pinterest. It's very much that kind of on the fence type deal. It's like, I like Pinterest because those art references are killer. I hate Pinterest because they love to steal from artists. So, it's a very big half and half with me in Pinterest. And maybe I will be able to color this one, and just like very, very simply. I got traumatized for book 3 in the Apollo books, and I got excited. True. If I remember correctly, a book 3 is the event. So, is it? Yeah. Yeah, I think so. It's been a very long time since I've read book 3, because I read it right when it came out, so it's been years. It's been a very, very long time. Oh, same thing happened with Spider-Man Far From Home. Yeah. I still haven't watched that movie. Again, I'm not like a huge Marvel person, so I was just like, yeah, okay. I didn't really care about spoilers from it. Nice. Yeah, it's because this palette's fairly easy, so I'm like, I'm not really too worried about it. Yeah, we'll say that these are like Lay's chips. They're just a little bit easier to work with. Usually when I work with reds, I don't go straight to that corner. Make sure that I kind of go a little bit off with it. So it's just a little bit easier to look at. No, hang on. Let's do... Yeah, it feels a little bit better. I have a little splash of red. Oh, then that means I gotta bring it down. Oops. Yeah, there we go. That balances it out a bit more. So we need to let the colors echo throughout the entire design. So if it's somewhere and it's a little bit off to the side, then you need to bring it in other places as well. Yeah, let's keep it with that. Cool. I can recommend a book series, but it's 18 plus. Am I allowed to put the title in chat? You can put it in chat, but I won't say it out loud. We like apple. What kind of apple? Like the company or the food? What's the next one? I don't remember. Oh, dragon fruit. Man, the colorful fruit, I'm not gonna be able to... I don't think I'll be able to color this one. I love how you can tell the difference in how I lined these two. Like, this one's so nice and careful, and this one's, like, 3 seconds. Give your next character curls. It's the dragon fruit, so I don't think I will. I think what's gonna happen is, hang on, let me... I think I'm gonna give them a ponytail. Or 2 pigtails. Just because of the way the dragon fruit looks. Ooh, what's it about? Cobalt. I don't think I will with the dragon fruit. Not with these colors. I might actually just color it I may only be able to get to like 3 or 4 of these designs. My apologies. If that's the rule, I could have just said the unnamed D&D show's name. But at this point, it's just I just gotta say the issue will not be named. True. It's like, I feel bad, but at the same time, I'm like, it's the rules, so I can't. Okay, how much time do I have left? I got like an hour. Based on this list, I may just pick which ones I think are interesting, because I'm really vibing with the fish tank plant one. That one and the lava lamp, those two I'm really vibing with, so I might just pick and choose, depending on how long these ones take. Or depending on how long this dragon fruit one takes, because I really wanted to do the dragon fruit one as well. Make it like strawberry shortcake? No, I'm doing a dragon girl. I don't know about y'all. I wanted to draw fangs and horns, and that's what I am doing. Asked for dragon fruit. Yeah, exactly. That's why I'm like, dude, the second that Daria said dragon fruit, I'm like, yes, I get to draw a dragon character. I love dragons, guys. Anything dragony is like perfectly in my comfort zone. Like, I love to be outside of my comfort zone, but a dragon and like a demon or any kind of like very medieval like monster is very within my comfort zone. Dragon girl, dragon girl. I mean, it was player and unnamed show that pointed out, so all fair. Yeah, you can say that it was Ray. Like, that's not... It was on stream. When I was like 3, I got into dragons and feed all my dolls and horses to them. True. With me, when I was like younger, I was never really into dolls. So whenever I was gifted dolls, because people are like, oh, she's a girl, she likes dolls, I never used the dolls. What I did is I took their accessories and used them for my Transformers. Actually, I'll just do the peoples for now, and I'll figure out the thing afterwards. I may end up just having a lot of fun with this one and not get to any of the others. We'll see what happens. I'll try to get to the others, though. To some of the others, because I really wanted to do this one. I'll just try to move a little bit faster. Who's Frey? Oz, please. Unicorn didn't vibe with you? What do you mean by unicorn? Like the... I do like unicorns, but unicorns were not... Like, I drew a lot of unicorns when I was younger, but I feel like I drew a lot more dragons. I was very much a dragon kid. Ah! Yeah, Skylar, I'm reading that description. It doesn't seem like something I would be into. I will look into it some more, but it doesn't really seem like I'd be into that. But thank you for the suggestion anyway. I will look deeper into it to see what I can see. Because with me, a lot of adult novels are very hit or miss. So it just depends on how I feel about it. Oh, sorry. Hi, sorry if I'm late or something. Notice for being dumb. How am I doing? I'm doing great, Camilla. I didn't see your name. I'm so sorry. Hello, welcome in. Hang on, gotta figure this out. Fun stuff, the colors of red and pink and steel. It's fine. Yeah, I will still look into it regardless, but I will. But yeah, a lot of the stories that I like are very much like, again, like I'm very picky. Like I'll read anything, but what I'm actually interested in is very hard to figure out because it always changes. It's never it's never like one genre that I stick to. I will read any genre, but I'm also just like I'm very picky with whatever genres I do end up reading, which is very, very strange and hard to find recommendations for me. One book that I really liked was the summer The Silent Summer of Kyle McGinley, I really liked. That was one I really liked. I liked Humans by The Humans by Matt Haig. Haig. That was another one that I really liked. The Alchemist, I really liked. Eon by... I have it on my shelf. Allison Goodman. Eon by Allison Goodman. Fan art by Sarah Tregay. Bifocal by who knows, right? It's like a bajillion genres. I write a lot of Stephen King, or I really like a lot of Stephen King. Right? It's like they're just like everything. It's like every genre that I will read, but it's hard to find one that it's hard to find recommendations for me. I want to give her like dragon feet, so let's do that deal. Right? Yeah. my recommendations are everywhere. Like all of my favorite books are everywhere. I don't remember who Bifocal's by, but that's a really, really good one. I have a friend, but I can't say his name, but he's not in our world. Fascinating. So he's like in another dimension? Bro, I need to start talking to the wall people more. They come to visit from their dimension every once in a while, and they just, you know, they live in my walls, and I need to pay them more respects, dude. If you're able to level them, could the character be an ant from Bug's Life or ants, a glowing ant? I was thinking that it was gonna be like a girl or like a character with like really, really long hair, and the hair would be like they'd have like a dress and like it'd be very, very drippy. That was kind of like what my whole vibe was, like a very slime-like character. I'm gonna make the most unrealistic wings ever, just for the sake of aesthetic. Right now, we'll say that they're vestigial wings because these wings would not fly whatsoever, but I'm breaking my own rules real quick just for how these wings would look. Soup's true. Bro, the wall people, dude. Shopey wings. Totally. These look cool. Yep, vestigial wings. That's what they're called. wall people. There's a Oz. There's a tweet that went around a little while ago, and it was this girl, and she was like, she was talking, recounting a time when she was babysitting this kid, and the kid was like, she was tucking the kid in for bed, and he was like, the wall people don't like you. And she was like, the who? Who is the wall people? And somebody replied with, like, maybe you should stop worrying about who the wall people are and start becoming somebody that the wall people would approve of. Like, yeah, man. Gotta let the wall people approve of you. So I reference the wall people all the time now, and nobody ever knows what I'm talking about, and that's fine. Yo, hello Kenny, welcome in. Dragon Girl. It's like, you notice I'm just making the piece, like, the... What is this song? Oh, it's Subnautica. I was like, what song am I listening to right now? My fam don't wall people. We call them invisible members of our family. Valid, yeah. See, the wall people that, like, kind of vibe with me, they're not really part of my family. They just kind of come and go. It's like people walking through a train station. Like, it's just like my house just happens to be a stop for them, you know? I see them come out of the mirror and, you know, they just kind of vibe. He's telling me I can tell you guys his name. Nice. Making her a little bit more lizardy in terms of the way that the mouth is shaped. When I slow down, you'll know that I'm having a little bit more fun. Because, like, if I really like the suggestion, then I'm going to slow down with it a bit, because I really want it to turn out good. Doria! Eerie. Go on. Because they are family, because we've been living in the same house for 15 years. Oh, for you, it's 15! The wall people really only started showing up, like, maybe a few months ago for me. They haven't been here for very long. Obviously, I welcome them in with open arms, but sometimes they kind of just sit and stare at me. And, like, you know, that's fine, I guess, but, you know, I'd like to interact, but they don't really do much. You know? I hope you all know that I'm memeing. Like, I hope... I hope you all know that I'm, like... I gotta pause the bit for a second. So, is my house haunted? Or no, we're good. I'm memeing. But yes, the wall people are absolutely everywhere, though. I got nothing. Not even wall people can afford NYC rent. So true, Oz. Oh, I see. Super valid, Daria. This is why I watch every single paranormal show that I can, so I know how to avoid having ghosts in my house. Any other ghost believers in here? Ghost truthers in here? Because I definitely do vibe with the idea that ghosts are real. Like, I've never encountered one, but I do think that there's something happening, you know? Kind of like how I also believe in aliens, but I just don't... the thing with aliens is, like, I believe in them, but I don't think that they're here right now. Like, I think that, like, on terms of, like, them being among us on Earth... Oh. Wait, I just said the funny word. Anyway, in terms of them being, like, walking the earth with us, I don't think that they're here. But I do think that aliens are real. Their kids play with us, I ain't joking. Oh, I'm sorry. His name is John. Oh, hello, John. I hope that John is enjoying the stream. Among Us? Among Us? We are ruined as a society. We will never be able to say Among Us ever again, even though it's so, like, it's such a common phrase. I'll read it in a paper and I'll start laughing like crazy. I'll watch my entire class go stiff. I don't know, sometimes I feel like there's a shadow or something move or appear in my peripheral vision and then disappear kind of thing. Yep. It's like, I've never had a haunted encounter. I've never had, like, I really want to have one. Like, I've never had a paranormal encounter before. Oh! No, that's a lie. Okay, when I was younger, when I was really young, I want to say, oh, heavens, I was still in single digits. I want to say I was in, like, 2nd grade or something. And I have a really deep fear of, like, swimming. I don't like putting my face underwater, right? So, like, I don't, it's been like this since I was young. So, like, I have, like, a pretty deep fear of, like, going underwater. So I can't swim. But I remember once we went to a pool, and my parents were like, okay, Jessica, you gotta put your face underwater. Or Jessie, you gotta put your face underwater. And I was like, no, I don't want to do it, right? And they were like, come on, you gotta learn how to swim so you can, like, you know, survive and whatever. And I was like, to this day, I still don't know how to swim, by the way. I don't know how to swim. And like, I'm just kind of sitting nervously in the kiddie pool because I'm, like, being pressured to put my face in the water, under the water. And I'm like, I don't want to do it. And then on the back of my head, I felt, or like at the top of my head, I felt like a hand just pushed me under the water. Right? And I went underwater, and I was there for a bit, and I came, like, it was a kiddie pool, so I could stand in it. So it wasn't like I was drowning or anything, but it kind of pushed me under the water, and I went under, and I came back up, kind of, like, sputtering and coughing. My parents were, like, really proud of me. They're like, you did it, congrats, like, you put your face underwater. And I kind of stared at them for a second. I was like, did you push me under the water? And they were like, no. And I was like, I felt somebody push me. A hand went on the back of my head and pushed me under the water. And they were like, no, nothing happened. Nobody was there. I was like, so maybe my parents were like, yo, it's your grandpa. He was there watching over you. He's gong gong. And I was like, bro. Yeah, I think that's the most paranormal thing that's happened to me. The other things that you could kind of half consider paranormal, even though I know that it's not, it's just like my brain was like my sleep paralysis kind of experiences. I've had people, like, I've had a woman, like, I felt somebody they call it the gray lady, but I felt somebody sitting on my chest. I felt things tugging at my hair. I've heard a woman say my name in my ear. That was pretty spooky. That one kept me up for a couple hours, actually. That's probably the scariest one. But yeah. Among Us is Among Us. He is, I'm glad. Believe it or not, in proper fact, we had encounters, not me, though. I was one in the old home. Yeah, totally believe in ghosts and spirits. 100%, same. Haunted pool, for real, right? Hello, Salty, welcome in. You met the water people. So true, right? In, like, a new public swimming pool? Yeah, 100%, dude. I got slapped by one. Woo! Oh, same, Skylar. No, that's where my fear came from. Thank you for making art tutorials. I've been watching Weekend Canvas to improve as a beginner. It's a lot of work, but it's worth it. For sure. Thank you so much for the support, Slipperlick. Or Slyperlick. Glad you're enjoying. Spooky stuff. Yes, I'm here. You auto emoji. Just add spaces between it. You'll be fine. Yeah, so for those who don't know, I'm like crazy multicultural. Like in terms of like my bloodline. I am Chinese. My dad, however, like he's Chinese, but he grew up in Jamaica. So I'm Chinese Jamaican, and then my mom, who is Filipino, is also German and Spanish because of her parents. So I am Filipino, German, Spanish, Chinese, Jamaican. So I'm a lot. But the ones that I was influenced the most by, because like my dad was born in Jamaica, moved to Canada, I didn't really get a lot of the Chinese heritage, but I got a good amount of the Jamaican heritage. My mom lived in the Philippines forever, so I got the Filipino heritage as well. So even though like my blood is mostly Chinese and Filipino, what I was influenced the most by was Jamaica and the Philippines. So the two things that I called ghosts as a kid were mumus and duppy. Duppy is the Jamaican one. Mumu is the Filipino one. But yeah, mumu is what you'd call them in the Philippines. And then with the duppies, you're not supposed to, if you whistle at night, you'll summon the duppies, is what I've been told. But from my grandmother and my father and the rest of my relatives on the Chinese Jamaican side. But yeah, I am like crazy mixed. So like me growing up with a bunch of cultures mean that I have no culture. So it's like so as much as I have been exposed to a bunch of different cultures, I grew up in Canada, and I am mostly just Canadian in terms of like how I act and so on and so forth. Oops. In Trinidad they had jumbies. Oh. John's father is really nice. I call him Father Cece. Oh. In Trinity they had jumbies. So there's a lot of supernatural stories in the... You make them sound cute. Thank you. There's a lot of supernatural stories in Filipino culture, right? Yeah. Filipino, by the way, is spelled with an F. It's F-I... Filipino is like that. And it's just the country that's spelled with the PH. Which is ironic because the letter F is not in the Filipino alphabet. So that's why, like, if you're doing a Filipino accent, you don't... If you have a Filipino accent, they don't generally pronounce the F or the V. So V's get replaced with B's, F gets replaced with a P. But yeah, so yeah, there's a lot of supernatural stories in Filipino culture. Yeah, there's like the cryptids, like there's the aswang, that's the one that a lot of people know. There's a lot of superstitions with the Philippines as well. My favorite one is the one where it's like, if you eat, like if you've ever seen like beach glass, like after lightning strikes a beach, it creates like a giant pillar of glass. If you can eat that, you'll get superpowers. Don't eat it. Don't eat glass, please. But that's one of them, the superstitions. There's also the little grass people. My mom said, or my uncle says that they're the little grass people. My mom says that they're like dwarves. My aunt says something else. I don't know. It's just they call them the little grass people. That's what I've been told. There's also the story of Piña, who's like the origin of pineapples. Is this girl who this is just what I've been told, by the way. Like, I don't know if this is like official or anything. This is just the stories I've been told word of mouth. There's a girl named Piña, and she was notorious for losing stuff. And then one day she lost like a very expensive jewelry or something really special. And the mom was like, I curse you to have a million eyes, so you'll never lose anything again. And then the next morning she wakes up and her daughter isn't anywhere, and then she looks out in the backyard and a pineapple's growing there. So that's the origin of pineapples. Why? I don't know, man. Philippines. Good number of folk stories are designed to get kids to be less of a nuisance. Yeah, I don't know where, I don't know what the purpose of the Filipino ones are. There's just a lot. There's a lot. There's one where it's like if you're born feet first, then you have the ability to remove fish bones from somebody's throat. Like if they accidentally swallow a fish bone, you can just remove it. I don't know how. I don't know in what regard, but you can. Again, don't try it. Don't try any of this at home. It's just, you know, what I've been told by my very superstitious grandmother. This is my culture. I'm sharing a bit of my culture with you guys. The duppy one is the only one that I know from Jamaica, because my father is not very superstitious, and my aunts and uncles who are back in Jamaica are well, they're kind of superstitious, but not really. I could just ask my cousin Leanne, see if she knows any, but it's really nice listening to spooky stories at 3:30 a.m. I don't find these spooky. My favorite spooky stories to listen to. Ah, man, another one that I can't talk about. I have a lot of some of my favorite horror stories that I would love to share, but I can't. Oh, actually, you know what? I'm trying to think. I'm trying to rack my brain. Because my favorite one, I think I can actually share that one. Yeah, I think it's fine. Okay, my favorite horror story, you can find online. It's usually about an hour long. Uh, it's My Brother Died and Kept Talking, if you want to look it up. It's one of my favorite horror stories. I don't think it's that spooky, but it's probably my favorite horror story of all time. I have a lot of others that I cannot, like, definitely cannot share, but that one, I think is okay. That one's fine. So yeah, My Brother Died and Kept Talking. That's a really, really good story. Other favorites of mine I definitely cannot share, but that one I think is okay. John is asking, do I have friends too? I've got lots of friends. Oz, who's in the chat pretty often. It's like, I know Oz personally, so. Ray pops in sometimes, who you see as Numalik. Some of my other friends pop in sometimes. Ian pops in sometimes. Cryo pops in sometimes. Noah pops in sometimes. V pops in sometimes. You'll see a lot of, like, friends of mine that pop in every once in a while. Some of the usual suspects are playing, right now. They're in a D&D game, I believe, so cannot... I'm not interacting with them right now, but... Yeah, I got lots of friends. Oh, John's asking for invisible friends? Unfortunately, no. I haven't talked to my invisible friends for a while. Oh, it's the ever-present, yeah. They aren't spooky, but I'm the only one awake in my home and everything is silence. The atmosphere is really working with the vibe here. Valid, yeah. I definitely love to listen to spooky stories, my bedtime stories. Or when I'm working and, like, I'm not vibing with anybody in, like, a call or anything. Like, I love just sitting and listening to stories. You have no proof I'm visible. I've seen you on camera. Not in this world? Yeah, no. Unfortunately, no. I haven't contacted anything outside of this world in a while. You haven't flipped any piece once? Nope. When I'm working really fast, I never flip my canvas. Flipping your canvas you can do at any point if you want to. Like, this one looked perfectly fine without flipping my canvas. There's no qualms. This one's a little bit off, but it's fine. It's not anything too bad. You know? Like, I don't necessarily have to. I can, and it's good for you, but, like, I think it's good to flip your canvas, but, like, right now it's not very serious work, so I don't care. It's the same thing with my sketches. Like, if I'm just kind of doodling, I don't flip my canvas ever, unless if I really, really want it to look good, then I will, but other than that, I'm just like, oh well. Yeah. Didn't realize I got progressive enough to use that technology. Lol. Okay. Got a little bit under half an hour left. I don't know if I'll be able to get to the last character in terms of, like, coloring them. I'll do my best, but we'll see what happens. Yeah, I had a feeling I wouldn't be able to get to very many. I'm quite slow when it comes to designing. So, like, I didn't know how many characters I was going to be able to finish for this one. Me! Oh no, I completely forgot to flip my canvas for all for this. Well, I'm already committed, not gonna do it now. See, like, if I'm working on, like, a big painting, like, I may not flip it until the very end, in which then I can just, like, liquefy if I really need to. Because right at the start, like, yeah, no, it's not. It's like, whatever, you know? It's really good to flip your canvas, like, you should. But, like, in terms of, like, I'm prioritizing speed over accuracy right now. So I am not really gonna flip anything. Could add a few spikes in the hands or shoulders to really resemble dragon fruit. I think I'm gonna... The thing is that it's like a less is more thing. I don't want to add too much. I'm probably gonna fix up the tail, actually. But, yeah, on the shoulders might be a bit much. I'm trying to keep it really, really simple. But yeah, I might fix up the tail, because right now it's a little bit too smooth. Push the motif just a little bit. Liquefy, what does it do? Liquefy is a tool that is exclusive to Photoshop and CSP. It's CSP just got it. Like, it's not... It used to be exclusive to Photoshop only. What Liquefy does is you can just kind of push and pull stuff without needing to fix it. It's really, 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 really useful. Let me just, like... finish this up real quick. And then I can do, like, a quick example of how Liquefy works. Yeah, so what I could do... Let me just really quickly, like... Whoop. So... With this one right now, this eye is a little bit too far off to the side. So what I could do is if I took my Liquefy tool... It's just a background. I took my Liquefy tool. Come on. Thank you. This chest is also a little bit too high up. Change the size of my brush. What I can do is I can just kind of push and pull everything. Like that, rather than having to redraw it. It's a godsend for workflow. The thing is that it's not perfect. It won't work for everything, but like for minor fixes, it'll work perfectly fine. Yep, and now it's just like that. Fixed. Easy. There and there. Here and here. Here. Oh, I didn't close in the... It's fine. I'll just color that in. Oh, Procreate has it too? Nice. Okay, so it's the paid programs that have it. John says if you want to, Sarah can be your friend. That's eerie. Sarah's the name that I was supposed to have when I was a kid. If it wasn't Jessica, my name was going to be Sarah. Funky. Oops. It's me from an alternate timeline. That's who Sarah is. I have a feeling. You two got Sarah vibes. I have Sarah. What does that mean, Oz? It feels like an insult. No shade to anybody named Sarah. That feels like an insult, Oz. What do you mean? Oops. No, she doesn't to me. I feel like I have, like... It's just name. It's just the name. Okay, sure. We'll vibe with it. We'll vibe with her. Why not? You look like a person I'd called Sarah. Whether it's an insult or not is up to your personal opinion of Sarah's. Okay. I know quite a few lovely Sarahs, so I will take it as a compliment. Yeah, literally the defining factor for why my name was Jessica is because my grandma couldn't pronounce my like she couldn't pronounce Sarah. Because my grandma has like a mix of like a Chinese and Jamaican accent. So like instead of like Sarah, it was closer to like Sharon. And then they asked her to pronounce Jessica, and she could say Jessica just fine. So they were like, all right, her name's Jessica. But now nobody really calls me Jessica. It's either Jess or Jessie. Like, if we're friends, then, like, if we're personal friends, then you call me Jess, usually. And then if it's, like, if you don't, like, my professional name is Jessie. Like, that's the name that I tell everybody to call me if I don't know you, like, personally. And then if I really don't know you, then it's Telly. Actually, that's not true. Some of my, like, online friends call me Telly still. I tell them, like, you can call me Jess, and they're like, no, I'm more used to Telly now, and I'm like, okay. I generally don't care, usually. It's like, if I care what you call me, I will let you know. It's like, usually, though, like, on stream, I'll prefer Jessie, but, like, you know. Let's turn off contiguous for a second. Okay, 5:45, yeah, I don't think I'll be able to get to another design after this. This was just a lot of fun to work with. Stickers. Stickers, maybe. We do pick a name out of the hat. Really? Like, that's how you decide names in your family? Sorry if somebody else has used this before, but why do you color the whole character with the skin color instead of just the areas that need the skin color? Ah, excellent question. Nobody's actually asked that before. So the reason is because what I can do, if I color the whole thing one solid color first, what I can do is I can lock that layer, and now I can't color outside the lines. So it's just for convenience sake, and especially I'll usually pick the color that's the most present, like whatever color is going to be the most present out of all of them. And this, in most cases, it is the skin tone. So it's like if I just color in the whole thing with the skin tone first, it just makes it a little bit easier. Yeah, no worries. That's totally fine. Ask any questions. I don't mind. Am I talking about you and your friends? No? The character gives me more chili vibes than dragon fruit. Yeah, I gotta work with this motif, which is gonna be on the inside of her wings. Because right now, I'm only working with the outer shell. And then once I get to the wings parts and the underside of the tail, that's when I'm gonna start to bring in the other colors as well. Because currently, I'm trying to keep it like mostly just the pink and the green. Because that's what you see most of the time on the outside of a dragon fruit, and then it's just the inside that you see that white with the little sprinkle bits. So I'm gonna have that as an accent bit on the insides of a lot of areas. So like on the inside of the wings, or the inside of the tail, and stuff like that. It's just mostly thinking about that sort of deal. Again, I'd do this so differently if I had more time. This is my, like, quick designing on the spot type deal. Hello, Raven Esper, welcome in. Me and my siblings? Yes, not for my nephew or niece. Oh, fascinating. Like that character design. Thank you. I love her design. I want to hug her. Thank you. She's fun to draw. I'm having a lot of fun drawing her. But, yeah, I would have done this design differently if I had more time. I've been drawing a lot more girls lately. I feel like nowadays, like, I will just always have more of an affinity for drawing men, regardless, but, like... Yeah, she's fun. She's fun. I'm having fun with her. Sorry, do I keep hitting my mic? I literally, like, I can't feel it, but... If I keep hitting my mic, I'm sorry. Then I have... this brush. Yes? No. I'm just gonna do it by hand. Doesn't really look right. Agony. Okay, it's fine. Oops. Let me just do it by hand. Oh, wait. I had my... Oops. No. If I keep it large enough, it doesn't look half bad. not too bad, right? It kind of works. You know what? I'm gonna stick with it just because I don't have time. Bye to Sarah. Okay. Oh, it's Jordan, by the way. Hello. I've made a character half rabbit, half bird. Name-wise, should it be Bird Bunny or Rabbird? Bird Bunny is cuter. Bird Bunny is cuter. It's up to you, man. Bird Bunny is pretty cute, but like if you're not going for cute, then like go with Rabbird. Oh yes, that song is that song permeated my mind for like four years. Yeah. It's kind of cringe in like a good funny way. Soup's true, yeah. No, that whole movie was kind of cringe. Not gonna lie. I'm pretty sure that the play is perfectly fine, but like the movie for the play was like kind of like very okay. Woo! Sorry. My bad. I can enable pen pressure on Procreate. I've tried to mess with the little box and nothing happens. I don't use Procreate. Sorry. Thank you. I'm just making sure that my face is not bleeding. Or okay. Yes. Yeah, we got 6 minutes. I only have time to finish this design. Man, thought I would have had a slight more time than this. Oh well, that's fine. Okay. Just to match the horns, I'm gonna do the green fade with her fingers as well. I'm gonna do like a slight pink fade too. Huh. Green hands? No green hands. What are y'all thinking? Green hands are just a normal skin tone. Because I don't know if I like the green hands. I kind of just like the normal skin tone. What are y'all feeling? Skin tone, Oz? Yeah, I'm kind of feeling the skin tone. I don't know if I'm feeling the green nails, maybe. Yeah, I was thinking of coloring just the nails. Pink hands? I could try the pink hands, but I feel like it's the same deal. Yeah. No, I think I just like the skin tone. I'll do it with the nails though. Like the pink to I'll do like a fade with the nails. Skin tone red nails sounds cool. Yeah. The pinkish nails maybe. It's like I feel like I want to do either the pink nails or green to pink kind of deal. Just to feel the dark hand aesthetic. I very much like the dark hand aesthetic as well. But the dark hands wouldn't really, because this is a very bright palette, the dark hands I don't think would work very well with it. Because this isn't a very dark looking character. Yeah, I tried the pink. I don't really know if I like it. I think I can go with the... I too like the dark hands aesthetic, but it's like, it doesn't really work with this, I don't think. Just because of how bright this character is. Pink or green? Or should we do... like that? Or that? The gradient's a bit too much. I think it's a bit much. Did you use the selection tool for the gradient stuff? Like the gradient you did for the tail? No, not for the nails. I just mostly used a paint bucket that like had it set. Characters look great. Thank you. I liked all pink. If it gives chilly vibes, yeah. I think I'll just stick with the pink then. Because I already have a lot of gradients in here. I think just the pink works maybe. Because if it's like with both, it's a bit much. Yeah. I don't think the green mixes very well. I will leave it. You know what? I'm going to give her a few scales on her shoulders, though, to kind of match the... just implied scales. To kind of match the way that her face is doing the thing right now. Because I got a bit like that going on with her there. Means that I kind of got to match it down here, too. With the green scales. Pink? No. That feels very one track, though. Maybe. These are the joys of designing. This is why I don't like designing in front of people. It's a lot of back and forth. That pink actually looks okay. But, like, then I'd have to bring that pink into other areas as well. So I'll just kind of mess around with it. It's kind of already in the ears, actually. What if... ooh, that's not bad. If I have, like, the very light pink here instead, so I can have it on just the limbs. That's not too bad. I kind of like that, actually. Black nails still look like seeds. That's a good idea, actually. Hang on. Let's try that. I do kind of like this light pink, though. Because then if you have the light pink on the bottom, then it echoes on the hands as well. Yeah. The black nails is a good idea. Hang on. Let's try that. Yeah, let's lighten it just a smidge. Yeah. Yeah, that does look good. So then I can have that on the feet as well. Thank you, Salty. That was Salty, right? Yeah. Yeah, designing on a stream is hard because I have to keep talking, but also like I design in silence, because I usually have to focus a lot. So this is like tough. The thing that I really like, I hate designing like stuff that I'm not very confident in front of people. So that's like I'd prefer to just kind of be left alone for that. Oh, and then in that case, then I shouldn't have this here at all if it's not going to be echoing with the hands. It'd probably be better if I just went with the pink over here. Okay. Oh my gosh, it's over 6. Okay, hang on. I'm almost done. We are almost done here. My tolerance terrible today. This design is super cute. Thank you. Is that too much? Yeah. It's a bit much. Okay. Signs are awesome, Jess. Thank you. Okay, yeah. I think we're good there. If I overwork it, stuck in school, that's okay. If I overwork it, then I will just get more and more frustrated. So that's gonna be it, in terms of that design. Okay, guys. That, however, is 6:04. Thank you so much for joining. Hello, Kawarita. That's so cute, OMG. Thank you. That's gonna be it for today, though. Thank you so much for joining. Next week is gonna be, it's literally just me figuring out how to use CSP. It's gonna be me figuring out how to use CSP next week. So we're just gonna be, it's gonna be one of these kind of like chill streams, not really gonna be doing much. It's just gonna be me figuring out how to actually use CSP. And kind of learn its controls with all of you. So it's gonna be a lot of just kind of bugging around, messing around, seeing what I can do. But yeah. Thanks so much for joining again. If you don't know too much about the studio, don't know too much about us, we are not only an art channel, but we're also an art studio. So if you'd like to check out the classes that we offer, March break camp is coming up. So if you'd like to sign up for that, be sure to do so. I'm not teaching March break camp, but I am teaching classes. So if you'd like to sign up for any of the classes, our spring term is coming up soon. So if you'd like to catch up on the spring term, be sure to check them out, wingcanvas.com. This file that you see in front of you will be available as a JPEG on our Discord. So if you'd like to join the Discord, interact with other art nerds, interact with me, interact with people that are on the channel, be sure to do so over there, on our Discord. But if you'd like this one has a lot of layers. If you'd like to check out any of the working files that we have to offer, be sure to check out our Patreon. Our Patreon is where you can get our working files. As little as $5 a month, you can have everything with Has My Layers. There's going to be some behind the scenes from Wing Canvas as well over there. But yeah, again, next week, I'm going to be messing around with CSP. It's going to be one of those kind of fun, not much happening streams. So you can just kind of chill with me then, and teach me how to use this program. But yeah, y'all, thank you so much for joining today. I'll see y'all next week. Au revoir. Bye-bye.